Hello, everybody. My name is Christian Martinson. I will be your professor for this course. I just want to say hi, do my little professorial introduction, and give you the rundown of who I am instead of uh, writing it all out. Sometimes it's nicer to have a face. So, again, my name is Christian. You can call me Christian. I don't really prefer titles of any kind, so no Mr. Martinson or Professor Martinson or any of those things is necessary. Please just call me Christian, and I will appreciate that. I am a graduate of the Theological Seminary here at Moody. I got my Master's of Divinity a number of years back, and have been working at distance learning since that time. So my 9 to 5 role is I'm over the undergraduate programs here at distance learning, which also gives me ability to do things like course writing and teaching here, obviously. But my day-to-day stuff is running the programs here at distance learning. So I know most of the ins and outs of everything you guys are doing with distance learning. So feel free to ask me other questions besides class-specific things. Would be happy to interact with you guys on that. In terms of life here in the city, my wife and I have a beautiful wife named Susanna. We've been married 8 years, and we've been in the city 7 years now here in Chicago. We live over in Humboldt Park, and we have 3 absolutely terrific and kind of beautiful children. Finn is 4, Judah is 2.5, and our little girl is 13 weeks old, something like that now. So we have a very full and happy and chaotic life at the moment, and are enjoying being in Chicago. We are at a church called Church in the City. One of the reasons when I finished Masters of Divinity that we stayed here in the city and started working at Moody is because we have a wonderful church that we feel that we really want to stick with and grow with, and it's been a place of refuge for us here as we've been in the city. We found the church almost immediately. It was a little church plant when we found it, and now it's a happy, bubbling group of passionate lovers of Jesus. We meet over in kind of West Town area, and yeah, it's been great. So on the eldership team there, and really enjoying getting to do church ministry and leadership while also working at Moody and doing education related things here. So that's a little bit of a brief rundown on current life. My background: I grew up in North Carolina. So you can see here you see that little guy here. I'm a Tar Heel fan. Thank you very much. And we expect to win a national championship in basketball this year. Don't ask me about football. Football doesn't really exist in North Carolina in terms of the college game. Everything else, I follow Chicago pro sports for the most part. Oddly enough, I'm obsessed with golf and watching golf. I watch more golf than any other sporting event on TV. I don't really try to justify that or say that that's better than anything. It just happens to be what I enjoy. So that's a little bit on that. I was born in Chicago in Rogers Park, and then my parents moved down to North Carolina. I met my wife in Ohio at Miami University. So we went to undergrad together at Miami. If those of you that don't understand what I'm talking about when I say Ohio and Miami, Miami University is a school in Ohio, and it was founded before Florida was a state. Therefore, if they would have known that Miami, Florida was going to be a kind of a big deal, they likely would have given it a different name. But just so we can clarify confusion on that, I went to Miami University. The University of Miami is the school that's in Florida. Anyway, that information is for free. I'm sure none of you really care about that. But well, what's some other fun details? So we started dating in college, my wife and I, and then we continued to date while I finished school, and my wife went to be well, essentially a missionary in New Zealand. She worked with Campus Crusade on a year stint or missions experience in New Zealand. I used my student loan money to go and see her and continue to date her while she was doing that, which was a wonderful experience, actually. I spent a summer in China with Campus Crusade as well, and then we got married actually in San Diego and lived there for a couple years before coming to Chicago. So we've been a little bit all over the place. I am Norwegian. I was not born there. My father was born there, but my dad's whole side of the family was there. I spent a year over there. I did play basketball for a year in the NBA, the Norwegian Basketball Association. So before you get too excited, I'm not actually very good, but I'm good enough to play in Norway. So anyway, if you want to say you know someone that played in the NBA, just don't give them the details. That's what I always do. So yeah, that's a little bit of some fun tidbits. So I hope you enjoy the class introductions, meeting everybody. That's a little bit of a rundown on your professor, and really excited for this class. Love to you all, and we'll see you again soon.